Hello and welcome. My name is Kimberly, also known as SockBunny, and I would like to say welcome to my YouTube gaming channel, SockBunny Sims. I'm going to play a game called Mini Metro. It is a newer game and I have found it very fascinating. I've only been playing for a few days. I've watched quite a few Let's Plays, so I hope I can do the game justice. I am not an expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I really enjoy playing this game. It's very relaxing. Well, until you get to the end and it starts getting stressful, but at the beginning at least it is relaxing. So you do have a few options. And one of the options is to go into night mode, which is a lot easier on your eyes if you're playing in the evenings. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on night mode. And there are some other things here like colorblind mode I haven't played with, but for now we're just going to go back up. I really like the transitions in the game. We're going to go to play, and you have two modes, either commuter mode or scenic mode. Now let's take a second and talk about what is this game. Basically it is a subway, or a tube I guess you could call it, and it's a subway system for various cities. I'm going to play London. It's the only city that I have played so far. You have two choices, commuter or scenic. Commuter, there's an end to the game, and evidently scenic, I haven't played it yet, but that's sort of like a Zen mode. So I'm going to play commuter mode. And you can see there are a whole bunch of cities that you could play, and the grayed out ones are evidently future cities, but you'll notice that each city's map is a little bit different. And like I said, the grayed out ones are going to be future. Evidently, they're always adding stuff to this game. And I got the game through Steam. I believe it was $6.99 US. Definitely worth it because, like I said, it's super relaxing. So this is a little preview of what's going to happen here. You're going to have commuters and then little passengers, and then trains going to various stations. So let's go ahead and click on London. So I'm going to look at the leaderboard for a second, and you can see that my high score is 1241 passengers is the best that I've done. I am in the bottom 2% evidently of this game. That's all right. I'm not playing to be the champion of the world. I'm playing for fun. So all right, so we're going to click on London and then play. And these are our stations. So we have three stations. We have a circle station, a square station, and a triangle station. And there will be other shapes added in later. And the computer is showing us that we just click with our mouse button and drag from one to the other. So I'm going to drag, and this is creating our line. So you can do them in a loop, or you can have them to where they don't go in a loop and the train goes back and forth. I'm just going to start off with a loop. I've watched quite a few Let's Plays, and I haven't really noticed one strategy being better than any other strategy. So I'm just going to play it for fun and tell you what I've learned so far. One of the things you can do, if I want to add him over here, I could just take this track and drag it over. So he just picked up some passengers. So this circle passenger wants to go to a circle station. He doesn't care which circle station it is. He just wants to go to a circle. So this guy's also a circle. So it's going to take these two circles and drop them off, and it's going to pick up this triangle and square and deliver them. Something a lot of people have said is that you don't want to have two shapes of the same going from, like, you don't want to have two triangle stations in a row. Sometimes that can't be helped though, but starting off I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Now this guy down here, there's a river between us, so we're going to have to use tunnels. Now if you want to see what you have available to use, if you rest your mouse on this little circle, you can see that we have currently two trains that we can add and one tunnel left. So I could add another train to this. I'm going to just go ahead and drop him on here. I've seen all different kinds of ways of being played. I've seen people that have had one big central line and several smaller lines going off of it. I've seen people play randomly. I've seen people play many different ways. I just play whatever I think is best at the moment. That's what's working best for me. So here we have another triangle over here. I'm going to drag him over here. Okay, at the end of every week, you get a new locomotive, and they give you options: lines, carriages, or tunnels. So this time I'm going to go ahead and add carriage because we don't have any extra carriages. And I don't know if you've noticed yet or not, but the map is actually zooming out very, very slowly. Like if you look down here, you could see that this river is starting to show, and more of the river. So if you focus on it, you can notice it, but if you're not focusing on it, you don't really notice it. You can press the space bar to pause, like if you need to like take a break, or if you just need to strategize. Now this is a unique shape. There may only be one of these ever on this board, so we're going to go ahead and drag him into there. I call that the pizza slice. There's also a plus sign and a star and different shapes. So again, we try not to have two squares in a row, so I'm going to go ahead and drag the square in between here. And I have two more lines that I haven't even used yet. But trust me, I will need to very shortly. Let's see. We can actually add onto this train by just dragging this carriage onto, and so we've doubled the capacity for that particular train. We have more trains that we can add on. I'm going to go ahead and add him over here just to space him out evenly. And he's actually going the opposite way. So I don't know if you noticed when I put him down, he had like a little arrow saying he was going to go that way. And here we go. We've got a circle over here. I'm going to go ahead and add another line in. So I know I have lines available, red and blue. So I'm just going to go ahead and start dragging there. And it's going to let me... I'm just going to do that. So for now, whoops, why is that not letting me? There, whoops. If it's highlighted, you can see that it's working. Let me try that again. There we go. For now, this is good enough. I'm going to drag this circle over here and this triangle here. And I don't know if what I am doing is necessarily the best way to do it, but it's working so far. Now, the way the game ends is if you get too many passengers here. I think it's like 10 or 11 passengers here. Then it's going to, the game will be over. So you try not to have too many passengers stacked up at one station. And you can move your tracks around. You can move your trains around. You can move your carriages around. So week 3 has arrived. We get a new locomotive, and we can either choose a carriage or a tunnel. I already do have one tunnel. I'm going to go ahead and choose carriage. Again, I don't know if that's the best decision. I like to, what I have found is that if I keep a line available, if something starts to get backed up, I can throw a line in there as an emergency and have it help me. Like, here's a bunch of triangles. If I needed to, I could just really quick run a line from this circle to this triangle and help offload those and just use it as a temporary track. And you can see this guy is awfully underutilized because he's just going back and forth between these two. But that's okay. I mean, later there'll be more that will spawn down here and this can expand. So far things are under control, but it does seem to, the longer you play, get a little bit more hectic and chaotic. Something to note, like say for example, see here's a pizza slice. If a pizza slice person spawned over here, he would have to ride to this line and get dropped off, and then ride all the way up here to the pizza slice. So the unique characters are sometimes what will cause me to have problems. Now this track is starting to get a little bit backed up, so I might go ahead and create another line here just to help out with this, at least temporarily. I may not leave it there. Here's another unique character. So I'm going to go ahead and drag over here to there. And down here. Now I didn't even actually have to add these in yet because they don't even have any passengers yet. So I theoretically could have just left them off. It would be more efficient to leave them off until they have passengers to pick up. This way, this guy didn't waste his time coming down here. This blue train was able to go back where it was. Do we have anything available? We have one carriage available and one tunnel still available. Okay, so now this guy's got a passenger. So I'm going to go ahead and add these guys in. These circles don't have passengers yet, so I'm not too worried about them. Okay, week 4, locomotive. Do I want a carriage or a tunnel? I'm going to go ahead and say carriage because we're doing okay tunnel-wise. We could add another train onto the yellow line. I think I'm going to do that just to make sure things stay under control. So I'm going to add him here. Things are looking good. Okay, let's see. We're going to add this circle guy down in here. And I'm going to go ahead and add this over here. Now, look at, he's a square. He needs to go to a square. So he's going to be picked up here, dropped off at this triangle, and taken all the way up here. So this is theoretically, at this moment, a spot where we could run into some problems. I could extend another line. Like I could take this and drag it up here and then over here and then come over here. Oops, I don't have a tunnel for that. So we're going to have to, let's see what happens if I do this. There we go. So I'm going to try to keep this guy from getting overcrowded because he looks like he's going to be a problem spot, and maybe him here. And we have another one over here that I have completely ignored for some reason. Alright, so now this guy will come up here. Alright, oops, we've got some others spawning over here that I'm not even paying attention to. That's dangerous. Okay, what do we have as resources? We have a couple more carriages, so I'm going to add a carriage onto the blue line. And maybe another carriage onto the yellow line. He's really backed up. It's starting to make me nervous. But this is going to come around here. Okay, now here's a star. He's going to have to wait until somebody is available to take him over here. I'm going to go ahead and drag this over here. Okay, week 5. We got a locomotive. And what else? I'm going to go ahead and take a tunnel because I don't have a tunnel. I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. I do want to do that. It's not letting me drag it off. Because it sees that I'm, see if I can close that. There we go. Not worried about him yet because he doesn't really have he doesn't have any passengers. Okay, we've got another unique shape going on over here. We've got the diamond. I'm going to drag this up there. There are a lot of triangles waiting. Is there not a triangle on this line? Let's go ahead and drag that over there. Let's see. Yeah, there were no triangles on this line, so that's why there was a problem. I'm going to pick up these triangles, some of them, take them over here. I've got a square. These circles are going to come all the way down here. Alright, we need to extend that down there now. Okay, this station is getting backed up again. Do I need to, what do I need to do for that? Can I somehow get this red line over there? Do I have another line? No. Maybe the next time it asks me, I will ask for another line. This one's getting a little backed up over here, but there's a train coming. We have 610 people. It's Friday night. Sunday night we'll get another option. This guy's really working hard. Okay, like this star, it needs to get over here, so that's good. I try to keep my eye out for the unique shapes. This guy. We have one spawned up here, but it has no passengers yet, so I'm not going to worry about it. Here's let's see, let's extend up to this triangle. And now we'll do this. Whoops. And we'll do this. Okay, week 6, locomotive, and definitely a line, because I want to get this guy out of trouble. So we're going to take, and oh, he's fine now, but I want to go ahead and drag this over here, and then up to here to the star. Do we have anybody else who's starting to have problems? Let's see, this guy, he's got some triangles, but there's a triangle there, so he should be okay. Oh, here's another unique one, a plus sign. I'm going to go ahead and drag this out to here for now. I have this line go to as many uniques as possible and see if that is a good or a bad idea. What resources do we have? We have one train left. Where do we need it? We might need it on the red line, it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and drag it onto the red line. Again, I don't know if I'm strategizing correctly or not. I'm just playing it 1 minute at a time. I would say if you're a really new beginner, something you might want to do is pause the game every once in a while. Okay, this guy, oh, that was close. Okay, we've got a circle going on up here. Who needs circles? Circles seem to be one of the most circular circles, and triangles are definitely, actually, you know what? Did I want to do that? Because that yellow line is a very long line. But it seems to be under control. Of course, I probably just jinxed myself. Okay, got a triangle going on down here. Whoops, there we go. Drag that. See how relaxing it is? They're just doing their thing, rolling around. Okay, this guy's making me nervous. What do we need to do for him? He's got... What can we do for him? Okay, locomotive, carriage, or tunnel. I'm going to go ahead and say carriage. I'm going to add somebody else to the blue line. And where do we want to put this carriage? Oh, these are really starting to get backed up over here. I wonder how many carriages can I have on a train? Can I do that? Oh yeah, okay, good. Notice how small everything is getting now because we've zoomed out so far. So our little icons here are getting harder to distinguish. And there's more to watch, so it's easier to miss something. Like this guy's making me nervous. I don't have any resources, do I? No. The game might be about to be over. If this reaches all the way around before he gets there, oh yeah, okay, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. That was close. He needs to go to a triangle. There we go, he'll offload all those triangles. Alright, so what do we need to do up here? I'm going to go ahead and bring you up here. Got a circle going on over here. This one's getting a little bit backed up. But he's already got several things going through him, so hopefully I don't have any more resources. It's Friday. We're at 1100. We're doing actually really well. Okay, this guy over here is going to need something. I don't have any tunnels. I'm going to go ahead and drag you out here. Don't have any choice. Okay, this guy is getting backed up. What can we do? Can we do anything? Can I take this off and put it here? Yes. Oops, it didn't pick anything up though. Yikes. Uh-oh, that's scary. Can I move a train? Oh. Okay, oh, good. Okay, line. I'm going to take line and I'm going to drag this from here to here. He also has, let's see, he has diamonds, but he has stars. And where is, okay, we're getting a lot of them that are really getting backed up. So I have a feeling things are getting dangerous. Let's take him through. Uh-oh. See, this guy doesn't even have a train coming to him. Yeah, this game is not very far away from ending, I can tell. We're starting. Okay, look at this over here. This is bad. This is bad. Yep, game is about to be over. But we did, I think, beat our record because we got to... Oh, so close to 1,300. Oh, 1,297 passengers traveled over 51 days. That's pretty good. And over here is a little button you can click to take a screenshot of your map, which is pretty cool if you look at it. We got pretty far in the game. I'm very impressed with how I did this time. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe and maybe tell your friends about it. If you want to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter ID is SockBunny. And I hope you liked it. This is Kimberly signing out. Have a great day. Bye.